Okay, we crap all that.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
That's good. My name is Jocelyn, and this here is
Amari.
Hi, Amari.
How are
and
you?
your name
I'm
is
good. Femi.
Femi. Okay. So what brings you into the Safe Place Shelter today, Femi?
Well, I left my home country and I was told to come here for the services that you provide.
Okay, so what type of services are you looking for?
Well, what's your home country? Because you didn't say what it was.
Oh,
Sorry. Nigeria.
okay. So you left from Nigeria, and now you are here. What type of services are you looking for to get from us?
Shelter, my immigration papers,
Okay.
schools, and things like benefits.
Well,
Basically.
why did you come from? I'm sorry. Why did you come from Nigeria? Like, you got a story, or you just here?
Well, like I said, I ran away from home because of the. Well, sorry.
Take your time, sir.
When I was 50, I was married off to my dad's friend, who already had 3 wives before me. But he's always sent money to my house for upkeep, for me to go to school, for me to, just survive. My family and I to survive because we are poor, and he helped us. So as a way of paying him back, he said that I should marry him. And my parents agreed, even though I cried and I begged and I fought so hard against it. But it's like a cultural thing, so it was not like a big shocker, but I still expected more. Yeah.
Well, I know in America, they don't make teenagers get married to grown men twice their age. So, like, how did that make you feel? Because nobody in America does that. To my knowledge, like, I don't know nobody around me that got married at 15. Like, so how did that make you feel?
I was kind of disheartened and in so much emotional pain, but I tried to take my mother's advice and just like take everything in and not show too much emotions, not cry too much. But it was really tough on me and really hard for me to adjust to the new wifely style.
Well, I just want to start by saying I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I just want to know, like, aside from like him and your family, like, what were some things that, like, other things, cultural things that happened in Nigeria?
That you went through in this marriage, like, did you get pregnant? Did you have to clean up after the other kids?
Like abuse, like things, those type of things. I just want to know more about your situation so I can help you further, so we can help you further.
He raped me multiple times.
I'm so sorry.
Thank
Well,
you.
is it really rape if y'all are married though?
But I feel like if it's unwanted, then yes, it's rape.
And I also feel like your body, your choice, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. So yes, I just feel like.
But isn't that something that they do in your culture? Because like you married a grown man, so like isn't that give him the right to have like intercourse with you whenever he wants to because you are his wife now, or is that not how it works in your culture?
Well, that's how it works, but it's not right for it to happen.
Just because it's a cultural thing doesn't make it right. It's just common, and that's a sad fact. It's really sad. But yes, so I wanted to touch bases on things that you like to do now that you're here. You said you wanted to go to school and get housing. We're definitely gonna try to help you get those things. And as far as your teen pregnancy, can you speak on that a little bit?
Well, a couple of weeks after we consummated our marriage, I found out I was pregnant. And I told him about it, and he was enraged. He was very angry, and he blamed me for not being careful. And then he took me to a native doctor he's not a specialist, but he has some old tools that he could use to help with the pregnancy. But because he's not advanced technologically, it left me with a lot of complications, especially the fact that I cannot have more children.
So your husband took you there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So how did you deal with that? Being that you were in that situation and your husband, the man, who you was first married, took you there and you were now pregnant. How were you dealing with those emotions at the time?
I I just took it in because I really didn't know better. It happened to my mom, and my mom also took it in, and she has 7 children. But yeah, so it came to me as a shocker, but I was just numb to the pain.
So, when you, and I want to just ask you a few questions because you did say that this man was not a professional, and so this man, he took you, your husband at the time still took you there anyway, and he knew that that wasn't a professional, so he didn't think about nothing. Like, is there just a thing, like in your culture, like is nobody like a professional? Like y'all just go to whoever y'all go to because y'all think it's safe, or is it just?
Well, yeah.
Because he shouldn't have took you there if he knew that it wasn't safe. First of all, he shouldn't have did that. And like, what if you had died or something? Like, then what was gonna happen?
Well, it depends. If it was something to be quick and done and get it over with immediately, you go to them. But if it's done properly and spend more money, you go to hospitals.
So he went the cheaper route. That's what you're saying.
And is that just a normal thing to, like, in your culture, to try to save money and go cheap?
Well, kind of. Yeah. If you don't have, if you have a cheaper, better option, yeah.
But it wasn't better though, because now you have complications, and you say you can't have kids anymore.
Yeah.
So then it wasn't a better option. He was just being cheap. And is that just something that Nigerian men do? They just be cheap?
Some of them, yes. Some of them that don't know better, yes.
So being that you can't have kids anymore, like how does that make you feel? Cause I'm sorry, you go ahead.
To be honest, at first I was heartbroken, but then I realized that maybe I don't want to bring a kid into this type of world. So I was like, okay, I don't mind raising a child to know better and love it better, but bringing one in just scares me.
I thought there are other ways to have kids. You know, you can't have them biologically, like adoption, maybe foster a child. So there's other ways that you can.
Well, if you have your own child, are you gonna make them do the same practices as your culture does? No, you're not gonna make them force them to get married to a grown man that they don't know against their will.
No.
Well, that's a really good thing that you're doing then. So maybe you might be able to raise a child in here, because I don't think that that's okay. I don't think that is right for a child to marry a grown man against her will or his will.
Well, it's really not about our opinion. It's about, you know, what she goes through in her life. We're just here to listen and guide her.
Right. But I just felt like I had to say that real quick because, you know, I feel like I'm trying to give her some good advice. So, like,
yes, but,
you know.
we don't give advice. You know, we just give facts and opinions, and then let them do what they do. Yes. So I thank you so much for coming. I will certainly work on getting you housing. Do you need meals as well? Okay, so I know that there is a soup kitchen that opens up from 7 a.m. to 4. You can go there Monday through Friday, and then on weekends we can talk about other places that you can go to. But right now,
We can try to get you like counseling. Are you looking for counseling?
okay, so counseling is something that you're interested in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what do you want to go to counseling for? Is it everything in your life that you had to deal with, or?
Well, just to not have like an emotional support system. That's basically it.
So I do recommend journaling. I feel like journaling is a good way to get, you know, your words and your anger out. If you don't have nobody to talk to or don't want to talk to nobody, you know, that's another good method. Do you have any more questions for her?
How did you get to America?
How? A group of missionaries really. She was kind enough after I told her my story, and she helped me get help me find a way rather to come here through illegal means, because I didn't have a visa, I didn't have that much money to get a passport and all of that.
So you came here illegally?
Yeah.
So what happens if you get caught by like police or something?
Most likely deportation. That's why I came to you guys for help.
So how long do you staying in the area?
For as long as possible to be able to stand on my own 2 feet.
Okay. And you said you needed a visa as well, correct?
Is there anything against your religion that's gonna prevent you from being like doing counseling or working or
No.
just?
No.
Well, what is your religion first of all? I didn't even ask you. What's your religion?
Muslim.
And so how did that how does your religion play a part in the teen marriage that goes on in
No,
Nigeria?
it's more of a tribal thing than a religious thing.
Well, I think I want to hear more about these missionaries though. Like, how did they find you? Did you find them, or was it just
Well,
you knew
they-
some people?
Well, they come in to visit to help with give us free food, come with to help with and medical aid because we're still very underdeveloped. So when I told her about my story, because of the heavy bleeding that I went through, I had to go see a doctor. So I told her about my story and that the fact that I would like to leave the situation, and she just helped me find a few means to, come here. Well, illegally, like I said, because of finances, and obviously I didn't want my family to know. So it was something that was kind of rushed and last minute.
Okay. So I wanted to ask about your family. Like, how's your relationship with your family now?
Currently I am not speaking to them,
Okay.
but I will for sure know that by now they should know I'm not around anymore. But I just want to be in a better place before I can reach out to them again and speak with them and tell them that I'm fine.
So there's something that you want to do. You want to reach out to them and let them know that you're okay.
So you stopped talking to them because they forced you to get married?
Yeah.
But isn't that like a normal thing in your country though? Like, don't they do that? Like,
It is a normal thing, but excuse me, it's not right. I personally feel like it's not something that should be
oh,
done.
so these are your personal morals. That you just feel like all of that is wrong.
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't understand. I don't know.
So I got a question. Do you hold like resentment towards your parents for like letting this happen to you?
At first I did,
Okay.
but then I realized that honestly speaking, they don't know better. Like I mentioned before,
Mhm.
my mom went through the same thing.
So they think it's right.
Yeah, it's like they think it's something that should continue because that's how they were brought up.
Right. And so is your dad way older than your mom? Like, is that?
Yeah.
So he's what, like 80,
85,
and your mom is what?
30.
That's disgusting.
That was inappropriate to say. Please keep your opinions to yourself. So moving forward, I am so sorry for her.
Because how does, he's 80. What do you want? What an 80-year-old want with a 30? Like, he's about to
Please.
need to go to a
Ms. Madison,
nursing.
please keep your opinions to yourself.
I'm just saying.
Moving further, do you have any more questions or concerns for Ms. Penny?
No, but I just want to let you know, we do want to get you the proper services that we offer here in America because we want to make sure that you are, how old are you?
16 now.
You're 16 now, so all of this just happened a year ago. Okay, so as a 16-year-old in America, we just want to make sure that we're getting you protected and we're making sure like none of that stuff happens to you or any other girl that comes from your country because none of that stuff is okay and it shouldn't be done to a child. That's in my opinion, but
Yes, so our number one goal at the Safe Place Shelter is to protect you and to get you help and to see about you. So you have no worries here, no stress, no nothing. You are fine and protected. We will certainly work on getting you your resources that you need in order to help you live a better functioning life.